So we're taking a quick look at the Marvel Legends Iron Man Tony Stark AI. This figure is from the Mr. Hyde Build-A-Figure way, which includes the 4 figures from the Shang-Chi movie, as well as the Civil Warrior from the Contest of Champions video game. It is basically a redeco, repaint of the 80th anniversary Iron Man, as well as the Stealth Armor Iron Man, which we've already seen previously. It includes the same blast effect, exactly the same alternate hands. Yeah, they just changed it. They molded in a different colored plastic. The only big difference really with this figure is it comes with a Tony Stark head that is an AI. And it is a good looking head. If you look closely, the sculpt is absolutely gorgeous. I'm pretty sure Hasbro is going to re-release this head in a normal colors like flesh tone, black hair, for another Tony Stark figure. I am pretty sure, because this is too good of a mold not to recycle or reuse. Very, very cool looking Tony Stark AI head. Now, if you're wondering why is Tony an AI, after the events of Civil War II that led to Tony Stark's temporary demise, you know, nobody really dies in the Marvel universe, so he was dead for a while. The AI was sort of the mentor, as it were, for Riri Williams, when Riri was still becoming or trying to figure out the kind of Iron Man or Iron Woman or kind of superhero she would be, and eventually she would become Iron Heart. But during the first few stages of her developing her armor, AI Tony was there to help her out. And eventually Tony was able to sort of clone himself by downloading his memories, his psyche, onto a cloned body. So technically the current Tony Stark in the Marvel Comics now is a clone. Okay, so it is a very, very cool looking figure. I was actually surprised at how well this figure came out, and there's hardly any paint apps on this figure because they used very glossy plastic, red and yellow plastic. That is quite remarkable. I am blown away at how good the figure looks. It is sort of a 6-inch version of the Marvel Universe, the 3.75-inch comic series Iron Man. And essentially, this is comic book colors Iron Man with the yellow gold, or yellow, canary yellow, with the red, fire truck red, and some blue highlights, sky blue highlights. If you're sifting through several on the pegs, you probably will be able to do that, because this is 2 per case. And you're going to want to look at the blue paint if there's some smudging here and there, some extra scratches of blue paint here and there. The eyes, you want to get the best looking helmet. On my copy of the figure, it still suffers that squinty eye, left eye. I think it's part of the syndrome, that squinty eye, left eye syndrome. It's part of the mold, I think, that they used for the faceplate. And it's a separate piece that they've glued on, and they can never get it right. There's always like a gap here. Every Iron Man figure I bought always has some form of gap, and you can even see some of the super glue residue left over. So quality control issues, again, from Hasbro, plaguing this figure. But that eye, it's okay, it's forgivable. I can live with that. I'd rather have that than the mouth being partially cut, because I've seen one that had partially cut mouth. Didn't look good. So yeah, articulation for the figure is essentially the same as the previously released versions of this mold. Very little mold degradation. I don't see anything wrong with it. Let me see if we can still rotate this. Yeah, and okay, that looks better. Yeah, they still don't know how to assemble it. Rotate. Okay, the only thing worth noting with this figure is really this fantastic use of glossy plastic, red and yellow glossy plastic, which just really makes this figure pop. Some final thoughts on this Iron Man Tony Stark AI figure. I think it's a great figure. If you're a big fan of the Iron Man figures from Marvel Legends, this figure is an absolute must-have. I was incredibly surprised at how well it turned out. The plastic they used yellow plastic and red plastic all feel very premium. Just watch out for some of the paint inconsistencies that may happen along the body, parts of the head. Otherwise, it's an excellent figure. I absolutely love this figure. I'm gonna give the figure a 9.5 out of 10. If you're just looking for one Iron Man figure from this mold, I still think the 80th anniversary is the one to pick up. But this figure is an absolute amazing addition to any Iron Man collection from the Marvel Legends. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the new Tony Stark AI figure. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.